We need AMRABAT. It's kind of getting bad now. Anyway, Spurs 2, Manchester United 0. Another game where we just looked completely off the pace. I won't lie, guys. The first half wasn't terrible, but we were missing chances left and right. And yeah, there may have been also like a shout for a handball penalty. I do personally believe it was a penalty. We've seen those given time and time again. It almost feels like when they mess up a penalty call, maybe the previous week, they will, if you may get one the following week or the next following week after that, they might not give it to you just to equal things out. And that's just how I feel sometimes. But anyway, that to me was a definite handball and a penalty in the first half from Garnacho. Um, didn't give it to it. Didn't give it to us, but it is what it is. We had plenty of other chances. Bruno missing an absolute sitter of a header. Casemiro hitting, I think he hit the bar, coming very close. Rashford just not being very effective. He's just not working down the middle at the moment. But again, the whole issue comes with our midfield. I thought our midfield wasn't terrible in the first half. I thought we were doing okay, but it looks like we are just tired, man. We look very exhausted, very very leggy, and it's just not working, to be honest. Whether I Mount to me right now doesn't look like it's working with what Bruno's trying to do. I'm not sure what the solution is. I know we need Amrabat right now, not just to replace where Mount is, but I'm starting. Casemiro is not looking great at the moment, guys. He's being very, very leggy. He looks extremely sluggish. Just not looking like he was last year. And to be honest, it's not like it's a new thing. For the last 8 to 10 games of last season, he wasn't looking that great, and he still doesn't look that great. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on with him. Maybe it's about those red cards. Maybe that's stuck in the back of his mind that he doesn't want to go full in. But even his running and his fitness just looks way off. He's not, to me, he's not that old. He's 31. He should be able to still move around. I don't think his legs are going. I don't know if it's a fitness thing, if it's a diet thing, but he just doesn't look like he is on the pace at the moment and hasn't for quite a few months now. And that's a bit concerning. And that, to me, is why we need Amrabat even more. We need to, I think, give Casemiro time to get up to speed, if he even can get up to speed now. If not, we can play them in the double, Casemiro and Amrabat. But we need to do something about this midfield now. I was really looking forward to this whole Casemiro Mount Bruno partnership, but to me, Bruno's doing what Bruno does, even though he had an absolute terrible game. And we'll talk about Bruno in just a minute. But we're having Casemiro, I think, do too much, and I don't think he can handle it right now at the age he is, with the legs he has. Last year was a brutal season for him. We played a lot and a lot of energy, a lot of red cards. He did have a lot of time off, but he played with a lot of energy last year. Probably more energy than he's had to be used to in the past playing for Real Madrid and Brazil. So he could be running out of steam. I don't think he is. I just think he needs a bit more time to get up to speed. And we honestly don't have room for more points droppage. I know we've only lost one game, but it's Spurs. Honestly, Spurs weren't that great, in my opinion. They had their moments. They've hit the bar. They got their goal. I think that goal was a bit lucky. The first goal was a bit lucky. Second goal was just honestly absolutely shit defending. Like absolutely amateur elementary school defending. But, it's very reminiscent of last season, guys, except we won at least one of these games. And look at the right side. Instead of losing 4-0, we lost 2-0. So we've made a 50% improvement there. So, jokes aside, guys, it's just looking a bit rough right now. Bruno, let's talk about Bruno for a second. Bruno had his moments today. He had some wonderful passes today. I won't lie. He did have some great passes, but his finishing was god awful. Should have put an easy header away from just a few yards out. Went right over the bar. I don't mean right over. I mean, it went way over the bar. just misplacing passes over and over again in the second half. The whole team just seems to collapse in the second half. I'm not sure what happens, man. We've replaced so many members in this team. It's changed so much since the Ollie days. Since Ragnick was here, Ollie was here. Um, but we still seem to struggle with this mentality problem. As soon as they score, everything just gets very, very frantic and crazy. So I really don't know what's happening on that side of the mental aspect of the game. So, and Bruno just starts to kind of lose it when it's not really going his way, doing passes that aren't on, just doing things in hope somebody will get there, not really playing balls that are gettable by other players. So, yeah, not his best game, guys. And also like, let's talk about Anthony, bro. I like Anthony, but I think it's time to try somebody else at the moment. He's just not doing it. He's not. And I know he's Ten Hag's boy. He's paid a lot of money for him. Doesn't mean that he won't play again. I just think he needs time out, a timeout like a little kid. But he just, I don't know. He just needs a bit more training. He doesn't seem to his shots are terrible. They go off like they go way above the net. And he's just not. I don't get it. I really don't. He doesn't try and go past players. He was misplacing passes, just very ineffective. He's good on the defensive side, but going forward, I'm starting to worry a little bit about Anthony. I know we're only 2 games in, but we're going off last season as well, and he had his moments last year. Yeah, he scored against Arsenal and Barcelona, but he's just not doing it in the big moments and for the price we've paid, he's got to be able to do it in the big moments. So I'd like to see him benched maybe for the next game. Maybe give Sancho a run on the right, or maybe even try Palestri on the right. He is very lively. Also the same with Garnacho. I think he did all right today. All right, first half. Should have had a penalty shout for that handball. But I guess the problem at the moment is that we have no one to play up top. It has to be Rashford, and he's very ineffective. And maybe Garnacho is the best option that Ten Hag thinks we have on that left-hand side. Don't know why Martial hasn't got in yet. In the squad, but not even given a few minutes. Not given too many minutes in the actual game. So yeah, don't know what's going on there. Maybe next game he can have a start. Can't remember. Honestly, kind of pissed off about that game. I don't remember who we're playing next. I just know Arsenal's coming up very soon, and we got to get our act together by Arsenal. That is 2 games away. Not this game, but the game after. And we're going to Arsenal, I believe. And I'm pretty sure it is at Arsenal. And if we're even remotely like this, we're getting absolutely ran over. And yeah, it's not looking good at the moment, guys. But I want to keep talking for a second. I want to talk also about. There's two more things I want to talk about. We'll leave the positive one towards the end. I want to talk about Ten Hag, guys. I think this game is a lot on Ten Hag. I get what he's trying to do, but I'm not really seeing it. The patterns of play, not really seeing it. It's like we're just playing as an individual, as a bunch of individuals. I don't get what our style is yet, what he's exactly going for. I know he wants to be high pressing and really good on the transitions. I'm just not seeing that. And that could be because the midfield is extremely ineffective at the moment. But I'm just not seeing the build-up. I'm not seeing anything in the final third. No little patterns in the final third. I don't know. I wonder what is really going on in training. Yeah, I know there's a lot of distractions happening with the club at the moment, but yeah, just a bit stuck on what Ten Hag is kind of doing. By no means is this a Ten Hag out thing. I fucking love Ten Hag. He's an amazing coach. I just I'm struggling to see at the moment what we're trying to achieve, and that just could be because we just don't have the personnel yet in the spots they want. I'm not sure, but we have changed a lot of this team, so hopefully that comes about over the next few weeks. I'm seeing like Spurs and Chelsea get their style of play down, but not us. And it's been over a year. I didn't even really see it much last year, only here and there in a few games. So it's just a little concerning. But I'm sure he'll get it together. He's done already wonders in his first season, so let's just give it time, guys. We're 2 games in with Ten Hag. I don't want to see any Ten Hag out things just yet. I don't want to. I actually don't like seeing any out stuff anyway. But anyway, Ten Hag's awesome. I just want to start seeing just a bit of pattern and a bit of style in our build-up and play. So that's all I'm asking for. Because maybe someone can fill me in. I'm a bit lost on what's happening here. And the last thing I want to talk about, dude, Andre Onana, bruh. Okay, conceded 2 goals, whatever, dude. But his passing is unbelievable. There was this time that he came out, man, and he was almost damn near at the halfway line and did a crossfield pass to Garnacho, and like Wan-Bissaka became our goalie for about 10 seconds. I was holding my breath because, we're not used to seeing things like that because of David De Gea. I was like, what the hell am I watching here? But dude, that was one of the most beautiful things I saw in this entire game, and one of the most positive things I saw from Manchester United. I'm gonna enjoy seeing things like that. That was one of my favorite things. Onana was a positive take. Dude is a beast at goalkeeping. Made some incredible saves as well. Nothing he could really do about the goals. One was kind of a lucky shot, I guess, a lucky build-up goal, and one was shit defense. So, real shit defense. So, Onana's the real deal, man. He's going to be a lot of fun. But anyway, guys, yeah, not the greatest game. Really fucking terrible from us, from United, but it is what it is. We lost the first 2 games last year, and then we came flying out the gates, whooping Liverpool's ass. So maybe we can do the same next week, guys. Heads up. It'll be all right. Don't worry about it. It's just, shit happens. Anyway, Manchester United 0, Spurs 2. Unfortunately, we took the loss. It was a difficult one to take, but whatever, man. Let's move on to next week. Anyway, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See ya.